This is Soul City RC and welcome back to the lot. Hey yo, check it right. In this video, I'm gonna tell you how to get a drift car rear wheel drive for under $200. So with that being said, I'm gonna show you how to get into the hobby for under $200. But first, here are some other alternatives to get you into the hobby on the entry level, but as cheap as possible. So the first and easiest way is to just get a ready to run or RTR, especially if you're new to RCs and this would be your first car, or you don't want to or don't know how to build a kit. I would just suggest get a ready to run. It will include everything you need except for the battery and chargers, and they start from like $330 to about $400. And here are some examples. These are like the most popular chassis that's at my local track. Okay, so the second way, and a little less expensive way, is to get a kit. Now with a kit, you have to build it yourself. I don't, maybe one day I'll do a kit, but I haven't done one yet because I don't feel like building it from ground up. Those cost from about $200 to $300. This is for people who looking to get into rear wheel drifting, but they're not new to RCs and they have RC knowledge and experience. This is also for people who already have electronics and motors, and people who are comfortable with building kits because you have to build it from scratch. So you have to supply your own electronics, motor, and a body, and most likely body magnets. So that would be an addition to the cost of the kit. So just for number sakes, if you paid $200 for the kit, you're gonna have to add the price of whatever electronics and or body you're gonna need to that price. And here's some examples of some kits. All right, like I said, you're gonna need whatever you don't already have to complete the build. So for example, if you already have a servo, remote, motor, and ESC, all you'll need is a gyro and a body to complete the build. And you could get those two things for as low as $60. Here's a list of some budget electronics and motors. They are low cost, but they're good entry level items. And here's what they cost. All right, and the third and cheapest way is a Secura chassis by 3 Racing, either Secura D5, D4, D3. Those two are the older ones, but they're coming out with the D6 in November. And then there's the infamous D5 clones on Amazon. I got this chassis for $130. not with this body or these wheels, just the chassis and some different drift wheels. And it was that's what you call a roller for those who don't know. So in my case, I already had a motor, ESC, and a body, so all I needed was a servo and a gyro. Here's the servo I got. Here's the gyro I got. And this is the D5 clone chassis. So to complete my budget build, I just needed the servo and the gyro, and here's the total cost breakdown of my build. And keep in mind, if you get a real Sakura D5 or 6 from 3 Racing, it'll be even cheaper than getting the clone from Amazon, but it will be a kit and you're gonna have to build it yourself. And as of right now, I'm not in the mood for kits, so I went with the clone. Now with the clone, the quality of the parts isn't too good. The parts availability is sketchy and it's gonna need major tuning. And with all that, I still love it. But I wouldn't recommend this for anybody that this is going to be your first rear wheel RC drift car. Only because the screws, like mostly all of the screws on the bottom of the car came out while I was driving it. So if you get it, just go over it, make sure everything is tight. It's belt driven, and then there's these little like the pulley system. I had one of these broke, so I had to order this wheel right here that the belt goes on, a little one. And that was like a bitch to find. I mean, they had their good and their bad points, but I like it. It helped me learn how to tune, because it was tuned shitty when I first got it. The shocks are stiff and hard, so you're gonna have to change those. I didn't change them because this is a fun car. I drifted with these big wheels that I put the electrical tape over. You could go on my old videos, or I'll show you a clip rather, and you can see it on that. And I also had it on a regular with a Mustang body and regular size drift wheels, and I'll throw a clip of that in there. And I also had a Willys Jeep body on it. I don't have a clip of that, but it's had many lives. And it was under $200. So just imagine if you get the D6, and that's under $120. Just gotta build it yourself, but it'll be under $180 maybe. So yeah, here goes some clips of my budget build Sakura D5 clone. All right, guys, let me know what you think. I'm up out of here.